Hi guys, welcome back to Transits and Tactics. And I'm very super excited right now because we're going through what is actually my incarnation cross, which is a right angle cross of consciousness, where we have the sun is in gate 64, the gate of confusion. Then we have the earth in gate of doubt. And we're going to talk about these two gates today on this in this video. And then we have on the design side, we have 35, the sun is 35, and 5 is for the earth. And it's a really, really interesting energy. I'm probably an expert because this is literally my life, the whole thing. But really it's all about understanding and figuring out things with an emphasis on relationships because this incarnation cross is also in the third quarter of duality, which is all about bonding. So really, if anyone asked me, for example, what am I here doing with everything I have done in my life, any kind of area. Right now it's marketing, but it used to be music and there's like all these other things. It's always about connecting with others, and it's always about figuring out relationships and what's behind that and why is people this way and why they're this way. And that is literally, especially with gate 64. Gate 64 is here constantly. It's like a constant quest to examine everything and find out the meaning behind it. And I can be really heavy and probably annoying to people around me, in my like really close people, because I literally try and explain everything, good or bad, or everything that's happening to them, to me. And that's the story of my life. So this week, you definitely can be caught up in this trying to figure things out. It's also very weird. It's very abstract. The 64 gate of confusion, the confusion energy, we need to really explain what that is. It's not that you're confused as in like clueless, but it's when any change happens and when the transformation happens, there is a period that there is no clarity and you don't know what's going to happen. So there are some things from the past, some echoes, in the future, things are happening. There's like abstract thoughts, it's very visual. This is a very visual gate. You could have like certain memories that just kind of rise up, and then your mind kicks in and starts trying to explain, why is this memory coming? Why do you remember this person's face? Why do you remember that situation? And trying to, make sense of it. Really, this is all about like trying to figure out. And because it's abstract, it's a very mental energy. So of course there is a tendency to get, caught up and do something because it's so uncomfortable. Being confused is uncomfortable. But the only way to deal with this energy is just to do nothing. It is it. And guys, who knows me, those who follow me for a long time, I'm a big action taker. I am not someone who does nothing. And yet doing nothing when confused is probably what I do best, because you learn to trust that the time will figure itself out. And then as you start making sense, as you're allowing this time and you're not jumping into things, and trust me, the third line here, I've learned this the hard way. When you're feeling confused, you start feeling insecure, start feeling anxious, things don't make sense, and then you jump into something. You want to complete projects. If sometimes it can be connected with the future, and sometimes, because we have the grounding energy of 63, it's a channel of doubt, but also brings this sort of past experiences, and we have this. So sorry, I am actually confusing now. 64 is about the past, 63 is about the future. But 64, it's like this memory coming up, and then the 63 starts doubt, suspicion, what ifs kick in. Here's the key. This is a great energy for others. This is a great energy to be an outer authority for others. This is not actually the energy to figure yourselves out. And this week you will sense it. And I know myself, and I've learned that, again, hard way fixating on things. When you allow these what ifs to turn within onto your own life, onto your own circumstances, and it's like a broken record that never stops. It's like, imagine yourself in a nightmare film and there's this broken record and it just never stops, and it's really scary. That's what's happening with this energy on a lower frequency. So you need to allow this what ifs to go on the outside of you. So focus on the others, figure other things out, planning is amazing. Actually, this is a really good energy to strategize and plan, and so do you're figuring out the details, and the clarity comes with this time. But the only way is patience and trust, and just give it time, because if you don't do anything in the moment of confusion while the transformation is happening, and you just wait until things start making sense, that's where the magic happens. And if I look back at the history, like the story of my life, the storyline, it's always this complete confusion, and you don't know what way it's going to be. But if I just, and I know during the pandemic was a really good situation. We were going to move to Estonia, but there was no, we still were stuck in Ireland with with the house, with some other things. And as things started unraveling, all of a sudden the pandemic came in. I was even saying, "Oh my God, it takes a pandemic now to keep me in Ireland," and we wanted to move. So it stopped everything, and there was absolutely zero clarity on how things. We couldn't. Everybody lived through the pandemic, it's just recent thing, and you don't know what's going to happen ahead. It was really weird time. And I remember saying to myself, "We're just going to wait, sit and wait." And I used to go and take a coffee shop, not a coffee shop, a coffee from a shop, and sit somewhere in the harbor, and just look at the sea, and just saying things will work themselves out. And then a couple of months later, the first wave started subsiding. Estonia opened their borders, our house got released, and we just like literally drove into the sunrise. And it was amazing, magical situation in my life. One of many, because this is what you need to do. So this week, the transit will affect you. There will be a lot of things thrown at you connected to the past, to the future. There will be a lot of, messy, kind of like strange memories, and urge to go and, uh, confusion is uncomfortable. We just want to kind of throw it off us, and get back on track or something. Trust me, just sit with it. It's only a couple of days. But you don't know, if you don't act right now, if you just let it be, what clarity, what will shape out of this confusion. And it's really exciting. And I promise you that, as someone who knows this energy firsthand. Anita, how are you experiencing this energy this week?
Absolutely. I experience this energy. I have this energy activated by Pluto and activated by Uranus. So this is my life mission, to help people overcome their confusion by reframing it for them in a way that the confusion really is part of the discerning process. It's a Virgo energy, right? It's about getting shit done, but what shit? For one
Yes.
better expression, right? So with the 64, we get we have super memories. It is about the past, but we also get downloads.
Mhm.
So when I tuned in to this energy, what I saw was, as you said, a film reel, and the reel of what we're seeing today in front of us. And every so often a memory would come up and superimpose on that reel. So then what's happening is your today is being distorted by your past. And so all the energies now, Venus is actually in Libra. Venus is the relationship planet, and it's connected to a number of different Neptune, which is our dreams, Pluto, which is it's in the last degrees of Capricorn. So where we need to reclaim control of us, where we need to stop, and it's saying, okay, you need to deep dive into your relationship past and just start to clean it up. We're coming in, it's the start of this eclipse season. The new moon was in that gate 64 as well a few days ago. It's the start of the eclipse season. So this eclipse, we're clearing up old crap that we know is gone, but that because we superimpose the past on our present, we repeat cycles. And then we doubt the new information. We doubt the wrong things, and we're confused about the wrong things. We ask the questions that keep us distracted. So when with this energy, it's really, as you say, don't jump on it now. Connect with your decision strategy. because this all this head energy, the 64 asks how and the 63 asks why. You can really get yourself into a mental spin on that. And it creates more noise in your body then, so it's harder to connect to your yes. And already the energies are really cleaning up, as we know, started in December or January or March 2020. So there's a lot of energetic dross in our environment that's being released that has no place to go because a lot of people don't know how to process this stuff. This is what you learn when you work with me, right? So they don't know what to do with it. So it's like if you ever watched a virtual or did a virtual video where you're in a spacecraft and you're dodging a meteor shower, everything is just coming at you. It actually feels like you're stepping in front of a train at times, that there's so much coming at you, bombarding you with information, right? And the confusion and the doubt have a field day. So, how to use this energy correctly is number one, understand it's not just you. This isn't something that's just happening to you now. You don't have to drive yourself crazy finding meaning. But what you can do is, as Juliet said, sit with it, let it fly. Allow the confusion to be a constructive process as, I wonder what information is actually necessary to support me moving forward. And I'm not going to grasp for answers. I'm going to sit back and let it come to me, right? Because we're coming into next week, the gate 47, which is getting into stinking thinking, oh no, I feel the pressure that I need to take action, but I don't know what to take action on, right? So move, do exercise, get out there, clear your energy and let it come to you. We've learned to go out there, but this 47 energy, I have the full channel, is the tendency to jump in and take action before the timing is right. And with that gate 47, it's in balance. It says just wait for the aha to come to you. This is going to be a new way of doing things. We're overcoming our past. But if you have to allow the new way to come in and not edit it and doubt it before it even has a chance to so to seed like a seedling, right? And this is our way through to creating new relationships because we stop creating those old patterns. So when you look at it with the transits, they literally are conspiring, talking to each other to help us shift the pressure of maybe feeling incomplete from the past and looking to complete with other people that really needs to just complete in you. And so you're not, projecting it on others. And it's conspiring to help us up level our relationships, to be more clear, stay connected with our yes, know our needs better. And basically with this eclipse, it may feel emotional and sluggish for you, but do everything you can in your self-care because you know what's going on now. You don't have to dive after the meanings, you don't have to dive after the doubts. Just allow maybe your angels in or your dragons, whatever spiritual help and guidance you allow or you follow, and ask them to carry you for this time or to walk with you, because it's through the guidance, the new guidance that we are open to receiving, that we are ready to manifest at a whole different level in our relationships.
I absolutely love it. I actually think that 64 is the kind of gate you mentioned, downloads 100%. It is a kind of gate where you get a little bit of a access to whatever helpers you have in your life on the parallel dimensions, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've definitely have experienced, and as I said, because this is my consistent energy as well. If you have a 47th gate, so next transit, you mentioned the next transit is in 47. But
Yeah.
now, if you have the 47 now, the channel of obstruction is activated in your chart, right? So with all this energy, this is very interesting about the channel of obstruction because, as Anita just mentioned, it's a projected. You need to wait for in a way for the invitation to take action. Um, when we talk about taking action, this is initiating big things. You can still be active, like you can be physically active. You can, but I think that this energy, I always say slow down to accelerate. This is, in a way, it proves its efficiency in my life. I always preach that this energy, this energy is again something that makes you slow down for a reason,
Mm.
because as you are doing things, focus on what you love, do things, don't indulge in the mental energy.
Yeah.
Don't indulge. But from a messaging point of view, actually, I was thinking, because this is a really good energy for to be, as I mentioned, an outer authority for others. What outer authority means is that you can inspire others. You can be something that they, if they're generator type, respond to, right? You can be someone who sets the tone, because with your stories, with your sharing how what you're thinking, what's going on. Not I'm not talking about private details. I'm talking about deeper thoughts. You actually, with this channel of abstraction, you can become a really, really inspirational for other people. Just don't try to figure out yourself, right? The moment it turns inwards, stop, park, leave it, let it be. Trust me, it'll source itself out. How can you inspire others? Because right now you have that ability. I mean, you always have that ability if you allow yourself to, but right now it's really acute. So, blog, do a
Yeah.
video, share, no matter how you feel. We both, when we met before the recording, we both felt like, I don't know, the train just hit us because there's heavy energies going on and it's hard. But that doesn't stop us from, showing up and saying, hey, this is what we feel, this is what we see. I am sure someone out there is inspired today after watching this video. I am 100% sure. I'm inspired. I'm in a better form. So I think
Yeah.
that that's the way to do it. That's the way to approach it, without pushing, without panicking, without doubting and being suspicious. Just because something happened in the past, right? And we're talking about the memories. Just because something happened in the past a certain way and then had some sort of consequences doesn't mean that it's going to be the same in the future. We tend to, this is a lower frequency of this energy too. Grabbing on to like, oh, but I tried that, didn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, this is a new day. And
Yeah.
this is the energy as well, where plan for it. You don't need to do anything today, whether it feels to you really like, oh my God, I have to take action so I am more clear right now. I would say to you, practice patience. So don't. Something you want to answer some sort of email, you want to talk to someone to just clarify situation. Don't wait until Monday, right? And see what's gonna happen.
Can I add to that? Because a
Yes.
beautiful way to reverse this energy is when you know you're getting into this stinking thinking, when you know you're feeling the pressure to take action, when you do step back, doubt the information. Start doubting the information and trust yourself, because that's what reverses this energy into a super manifesting energy. And what we're doing is we're really taking the time to get clear that what's driving our manifesting is love and our inner yes, not the trauma or the old hurts or betrayals from the past. Okay, that's what this energy is here to assess. So play with that. It's much easier to lift out of that why and the doubt and the doubting myself. Am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? Step out, doubt the information, trust yourself. Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay.
It's really important what you just said. It's really important because our mind is there. Yes, the mind is a wonderful researcher and questioning things and finding out things. But really the mind expresses in, like, according to human design system, the mind expresses the shadow states of your openness. That means that your mind will get hooked up on any shite that there is in your way, right? So
Yeah.
you can't trust it for decision making. It's too busy hooking up on all those shadow frequencies.
Mm.
Don't trust your mind. And this is why. And I'm so, today while I was I was kind of getting ready for this video and thinking about these energies. And once again, I realized how I have so much mental energy. I can't, sometimes I tell other people to stop talking to me because I just can't take that much because there is so much going on in here. This is the energy of the transit, right? On steroids.
Mm.
But this is why human design can be such transformational way of living, the experiment, because it's not a rule book, you play with it, right? But to learn to master, especially your authority, especially knowing what's correct for you according to what is the decision making authority, then the mind is not invited to that party. The mind could be screaming like, oh my god, no, this is dangerous, why are you doing this is going to end up as a disaster. But in your body, so for example, I'm a splenic projector. Doesn't matter projector or not, I know in my body, because of the splenic authority, that there's this calm sort of like, yeah, do this, or no, don't do this. And those are complete sentences. So the mind then jumps in, and this is where someone like me with this mental energy that is crazy confusing
Mm.
has to learn to park it. And guys, it's such a gift. And of course, I'm not perfect. Of course, some days I still get caught up in this, mental activity. But there is a way of living your life and actually seeing the magic unfold. And you can't explain it. And that's the beauty of it. You can't explain it. Sometimes it's illogical what's happening, but that trust and that patience and allowing time is a magic element for so many areas. This energy, it's the authority for mental projectors, reflectors, time, right?
Mm.
Just allowing that. We're too impatient. We want everything now. We want to get rid of pain now. But it's a process. And this is what we're here to experience in this lifetime, in this life forms, right? So let's enjoy this. Let's figure things out, but like just observe. And master, whatever your authority is, this is the only thing. If you didn't know anything else about human design, this is the only thing that you really, really need to master, is how to make decisions. Everything else changes because we make decisions all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's I think is what this transit is helping us to kind of strengthen. So when we say wait, when we say patience, there's also your authority. So at any moment, the authority can say this. There's clarity, and that's when you can take action. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful way of being. So,
Mhm.
guys, thank you so much. Next week, we will see you with the Gate 47. Let us know if these transit videos are helping us, like comment below. We would love to hear from you. Obviously, follow both of us, either of us. And we're here if you need help with marketing or you need help with business and manifestation. Guys, I hope that you have a fantastic transit, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.